Hey ladies, coming at you live from a laundry room. I am actually not at home, so I apologize for the lack of decent lighting and the lack of professional surroundings and the lack of professional looking me. But such is life, doing a live as I have the ability to do it. Best part about this business is you can work it where you're at. Okay, so I was asked to go live, kind of pulling together some of the hostess coaching, like what happens beforehand, what happens during, just kind of what works for me. One thing that you have to remember is every single one of us is different. Our styles are going to be different. What works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me. Taking it one step further, every hostess is going to be different. What works for one hostess and her crowd may not work for the next hostess and her crowd. That's why building that relationship is so important. Get to know your VIPs, get to know your customers, get to know your people, so you know them and can go from there. Okay, so we all know asking is key. It's terrifying, but asking is key. I literally ask everybody. One thing that I like to do, see, Jenna, I'm telling you, nobody's getting any notifications on anybody going live. I had no idea anybody had even gone live yet. So one thing that I like to do during parties or even every once in a while in my VIP group, I will send a PM to everybody. And then I post in the party or I post in my VIP group, check your PMs. There's something in there from me, and I usually give them, if it's a party, like bonus entries in the door prize or something for responding. You want that communication door opened. So that way, when you go to ask them to host a party, then it's not going to their other folder. That stupid folder eats all of our messages. You want that communication line open because you do want to directly ask. Yes, you post it. I'll tell you how I post it in my VIP group also. But directly asking and say, hey, I know how much you love these. We've got this line coming up or this foundation coming up. I think you'd do great having a party right now. What can I host one for you? Can I have a party for you? Not can you do a party for me? That's what I have found has had better success for me, is saying, can I do this for you? Even though we know they're doing us a favor, but we're doing them a favor too. So yes, ask directly. And I have no script for how I ask. I ask based on that person. I ask based on what styles does that person like. I mentioned like, hey, you could earn whatever style I've noticed that they like to order, completely free. I actually do not ever save any messages that I send anybody. It's too easy and too tempting to just start sending the same message to everyone, and you don't want that. I know personally, parties and messages that are robotic are a huge turnoff for me, and I know it probably is for others too. So you don't want, it also shows them not only like it doesn't only personalize the invitation, it shows them that you care about them. It shows them that you do pay attention to what they're ordering. You do pay attention to their life. So yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so there's no script. Just ask. Okay, if you're standing in front of somebody in person, you're not going to have a script in front of you. You're just going to have a conversation. You just have to think of it like you're just having a conversation. There would not be a script. What I do, instead of saying, host a party for me in March on my VIP group, what I started doing is I make a graphic, including whatever my personal bonus is for that month, whether it's for March, I'm doing get a free spring set from the spring catalog if you host in March. Last month I did a scarf, like an infinity scarf. So I post that image, and then in my, hey, host a party and get this bonus, I actually line by line list my available dates. I have a chunked off section for my online nail bars. And then I have a section chunked off for my in-home availability dates. When your VIP group starts to see those dates filling up, they are more likely to book a day. Seeing that other people are doing it, and I mean, it's that whole like, all the cool kids are doing it mentality. Other people are doing it, especially if they start seeing people have repeat parties over time. And if they see the dates starting to dwindle down and their time is running out to get one of your dates because you really do have limited availability, it makes it more of a need to get on your calendar. So that's how I like to do it in my VIP group. Again, it's not a script. It's just a post on there for people to snatch a date. And then another thing to remember is hostess coaching. Once they've booked, I think it was Emily that touched on this. You kind of have to spoon feed your new hostesses. Eventually, I've had repeat hostesses. I have one girl who kind of hosts quarterly, which is awesome. Her group just kind of stays there and she just gets more and more people. Someday I'm going to get her to join. But at the beginning, you're going to find people who don't have a clue what to say. But again, you don't want to have a script. We don't have a script to offer. I don't have a script for myself. I do make graphics for them to post to their wall or to post to the group, and I do help them word their post, but I don't send all my hostesses the same thing to post. Especially if you've got one hostess who gets a booking off her party, you don't want that booking to see the exact same party they just participated in. It's too monotonous. You're going to start having people who don't want to book off those parties because they've seen it all, they've done it all, they've read it all. They don't want to do it anymore. It has to change. So you can use the same images, the same idea of the images, or even just change the background of the image, change the theme. There are so many graphics out there, even if you don't know how to make your own. Yes, it's boring. Even if you don't know how to make your own, this is like totally my word. There are bajillions of themes to choose from. I usually pick like 4 ideas to send my hostess and say, pick one of these themes, or if you have a different idea, we'll make it work. And I can usually find something. I had one who wanted like a colorful, vibrant nail bar, which was actually Sarah, who actually just joined. I've had a farming nail bar. I've had so many. The graphics changes, how I word it changes. The emojis that I list, that I make my bullet points with, I match those to the theme, and I provide that stuff to my hostesses to post. If they really don't know what to say, I provide that for them to post, but it is never scripted the same exact information as what would have been in another post. A lot of people, their turn off for parties is like the scripted robotic style. Once you have enough people who see that it's different, they will keep coming back to your parties. Your games are different. Your hostess is saying different things, especially if you have a booking off of a booking off of a booking and they all 3 know each other and they see the hostess saying the exact same stuff from every party. They're going to know that was you and not the hostess. And then it's no longer genuine. Then it's no longer the hostess telling you how much they love the product. Now it's me just selling it to them, which again is not something a lot of people, they understand. They know we're selling it, but they know that. They know we love it. They want to hear how much the hostess loves it. And if they see the hostess from 3 different parties they've been to, all saying word for word the exact same thing, they know that that's not the hostess saying any of those things. And again, I always ask my hostesses also to reach out directly to their people they invite, and I do not give them a script. I refuse to give them a script because I know they'll copy and paste to all their friends, and I don't want that. So I tell them, hey, you could say something like this. You could say something like, think you'd love these or whatever, but change it up to each person and only send it to like 15 people. That way you're not sitting there retyping something 50 times. And that is more, it sounds more doable to them. It's more doable to us. It's got to be personal. I'm trying to read my last bullet point, but I can't read my own handwriting right now. Oh yeah, personalize everything to like the hostess herself. You need to know your hostess in order to know what will work best for her. Let's see. I never know what to give away in games. It could be anything. Okay, so something I really like to do. I used to do the 10-day format. I only do 5-day now. I have a live night. I don't actually go live that night, but I have like my posts happen quickly. But one thing I really like to do as a pre-party giveaway is free shipping. And then I usually tend to do accent nails, and for the games during the party, like my live portion, I do like extra door prize entries. That's what I do for mine. I don't want to give away 50,000 prizes during a party. But you can do whatever works, and that's another thing. I change what I'm giving away based on my audience. If they are super interactive and it seems like a lot of orders are going to be coming in, I might offer more than I would offer in a group where it kind of just seems like they're there either without interacting or like they're there just to get something free and they're not going to order. I may not give away quite as much. But again, you just have to kind of do what works for you. That's the best part about Color Street. We don't have to follow a script. We have so much freedom that sometimes that freedom can seem overwhelming, but it's really not. It's fabulous because the experience your hostess wants is the experience you can give. We don't have to follow this monotonous, this is just how it is. This is just the party you're going to get, like it or not. I had my most recent hostess is a total farm girl. She was so excited that I was able to do a farm theme and that the play on words that I used and all these different things that I did for her were personalized to this farm theme, and she loved it. And the more your hostess loves it, the more they're going to interact, and the more they interact, the more your guests are going to interact, and it's just more fun. So trust me, you want to be grateful that there is no script. Scripts, don't do it. Don't save anything that you can type out like this is the format that works for you. Because I do have that, what I typically post on day 1, what I typically post on day 2. I have that. The order that I do my live night, I have that. But I do not keep track of what I said, and I refuse to copy and paste. I cannot do it because it gets too easy. I do have I think I have 2 posts that I tend to be exactly the same because there's not a whole lot you can change about which one is it that I noticed is pretty much the same. What comes in your package, that's pretty hard to change up. I do change the theme, but the wording is virtually the same. But things like that your hostess is posting, you don't want those to be the same. I feel like I've rambled. I hope that all made sense. If anybody has any questions or want more specifics about something, let me know. Parties are totally my jam. I love them. I probably do too many, which is why I had to go down to 5-day parties. I had them overlapping like crazy, and my husband was like, "You're on your phone all the time," which was kind of true. I was having parties way too much. But that's a good thing because then my calendar gets full, and it does create that sense of urgency to get things booked. So if you have any questions, let me know. I would love to help. And that's it. I am going to leave this laundry room now. Enjoy your night. Bye.